My name is Eric Jacobson, and I own a company called Ray Jacobson and Son Incorporated, and we are a painting and decorating contractor. We also have a secondary company, which is a landscape company. We were looking for a consolidated time card system so that we could go and transition from paper to essentially an online system where not just, a clock in, clock out, but we needed a more detailed contractor-based system where we could essentially have the clients, managed within the system so that it was tracking where our employees were, on what job, doing what task, in a greater detail than is offered through things like timesheets and the basic companies. There's 100 different companies out there that you can just click on, to punch in and punch out. But at the end of the day, it doesn't give you any basic information on where you guys were, what they're doing, and how it's being done. So we switched over after numerous basic trials of including of HQ of various companies, and found that they would probably be the best suited for what we actually needed. We originally figured that we would have a base savings of maybe a half hour to 45 minutes per employee per week. Not because the employees were being dishonest, but because we were being more clear about how, what time they were starting, what time they were ending. And it actually ended up being that not only were we more efficient, we actually probably started tracking 2 to 2.5 hours more per employee. A lot of what we do is time material work, so that being caught allows better profitability for the company. Now, the interesting thing was my guys, at first were, anxious that they were going to be having less hours. The funny thing is that almost every employee ended up with at least 1 to 2 hours more per week. And we do allow some overtime, so it was less of a concern. I think also because they had a greater sense of when they were on the job. The best part about the system is that because we were tracking small tasks per client, time and material work, punching in, punching out during the day, we started capturing all this stuff that was being lost on a handwritten system where the guys, were supposed to write it at the end of the day. But a lot of times they may not have written anything until Friday, even when we, checked, when they actually had to turn things in. So, or, midday through the following day. And, that in and of itself, tracking in time, while the day was progressing, that just-in-time service, just in manufacturing, allows us to save, and earn more money that way. Our profitability after doing this, I want to say easily was 30% more within a 2-month period. If you were a contractor or somebody that has multiple locations, this is an ideal system because you are tracking the client fee, and it works out well that the guys can pick their tasks through it. But the fact that you're capturing that data definitely is a plus. And so if you were in that position as a generally as a contractor or a similar type business, you're definitely going to be increasing your profitability. The system is fairly easy to use. I don't pretend to be technically savvy. I figured it out within a matter of hours. I would definitely recommend HQ.